My beloved child, the silence is over. Heaven has watched, heaven has waited, and heaven has decided. Now is the time for judgment to be released on your behalf. You have cried behind closed doors. You have whispered prayers no one heard but God. You have been wronged in secret, mocked, stolen from, betrayed. But I have seen it all. The courts of heaven have convened. The verdict is being issued, and I, Michael, commander of the armies of the Lord, have been dispatched to speak it forth into the earth. Judgment is not a word to fear, not for you, child of the Most High. Judgment is the setting right of what has been made wrong. Judgment is heaven's hammer of justice, falling on the altars of injustice. You have been targeted by forces that thought you would never rise, but I say to you, your rising has already begun. Your vindication is sealed in fire. I speak now to the chains they placed on your name, your progress, your provision. I speak now to the spirits that have delayed your inheritance. I speak now to the shadows that crept into your bloodline and whispered, "It will always be this way." They are lying. Heaven is moving. The scroll has been opened. The sentence is being carried out. What they did in secret is about to be exposed. What was stolen will be repaid with interest. What was held back is now being released, multiplied, sanctified by fire. And you, child of justice, child of purpose, child of war, you must prepare. You must prepare, because what is about to break loose in your life will not look like what you imagined. It will look like holy disruption. It will look like things being shaken, removed, rearranged. But it is not destruction. It is divine correction. It is heaven tipping the scales. Listen to me now. There are altars that were built against you. Altars of jealousy, altars of accusation, altars of delay. But fire is coming for them. Fire is already falling. You may feel the heat, but you will not be consumed. You will walk through it and come out with more than you carried in. Because you were not born to bow under injustice. You were born to carry justice inside your very name. Your name has weight in the spirit. Your voice is being remembered in the courts of heaven. Even now, angels are being dispatched with written decrees in their hands. Decrees with your name, decrees for release, decrees for restoration. There are judgments being issued on your behalf, not against you. This is not punishment. This is divine enforcement. You obeyed when no one saw. You forgave when it broke your heart. You worshipped with empty hands, and heaven recorded it all. This is not the end. This is the reversal. This is not loss. This is restitution. Tell me, do you think I did not see? Do you think I was idle while they whispered lies? No, child. I have been preparing for this moment. The lion has roared, the king has ruled, and I, Michael, move now with judgment in my sword and mercy in my wings. Some will not understand what is about to happen in your life. Let them watch, let them question, let them wonder how and why the tide suddenly turned in your favor. You do not owe them an explanation. Heaven has spoken. You are not the same person they targeted. You are not the same soul who sat in the shadows begging for scraps of peace. No, you have grown in the silence. You have become fireproof in the delay. You have become unshakable in the secret place. And now comes the thunder. Heaven is about to answer. Prepare your spirit. Cleanse your heart. Open your hands wide, for what is coming will overflow them. I speak now to every false witness that rose against you. Their mouths will be silenced. I speak now to the systems that oppressed you. They will bend. I speak now to the curses sent against your bloodline. They are reversed. The gavel has dropped. And when heaven judges, no power in hell can appeal. You have been hidden, but you are not forgotten. You have been delayed, but you are not denied. You have been wounded, but you are not disqualified. Heaven knows your name, and I have been sent not just to declare, but to war for what belongs to you. Even now, the angels assigned to your destiny are gathering. The documents are being signed. The seals are breaking. And what was held in the vaults of delay is being released into your timeline. Miracles will move quickly now. Doors will open without human permission. Enemies will fall without you lifting a hand. But hear me, you must stay clean. You must stay humble. You must stay obedient to the whispers of the Spirit. For what is being poured out is holy, and only the pure in heart will be able to carry it. My child, this is your moment. This is your divine alignment. This is the hour where what they tried to bury you under becomes the very soil of your breakthrough. I will say this clearly so the realm of darkness hears it too. The judgment for you is release. The judgment for your enemies is exposure. And the judgment for delay is termination. No more waiting in vain. No more cycles. No more hoping and wondering if heaven heard you. Heaven heard. Heaven responded, and now heaven is moving. Let every power that opposed you be warned. The host of heaven has been summoned, and I lead them with fire in my wings and justice in my hands. You are not alone. You never were. Now go, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because this is where I will reveal the rest of what is coming. You must stay connected. You must stay alert. There is more to be said. My child, the shaking you feel is not a mistake. The shift you sense is not chaos. It is divine movement. Heaven is rearranging what man tried to build without permission. There is no going back. The old systems are being dismantled. The false alignments are crumbling. The idols around you are falling, because heaven has declared no more delay, no more pollution. This is the season where everything not rooted in me will be removed. Everything that was never meant to walk with you into your promise will be shaken off. Some of the shaking will feel sudden, some will be loud. But you must not fear, because what is being removed is not your loss, it is your protection. Do not cry over the things I am cutting. Do not mourn the people I am exposing. You asked for my will, and now my will is being enforced. Child of light, you prayed for justice. You cried out for purity. You asked me to send breakthrough, and now I am doing it my way. I am not here to bless what I did not build. I am here to establish what no man can steal. Let the shaking come. Let it cleanse the air around you. Let it break the patterns that kept you bound. Let it strip away the masks, even if it hurts. Because what I am doing in you requires room for glory, room for increase, room for the fulfillment of every word I whispered over your life. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to settle for survival. You were created to conquer, with purity in your hands and fire in your mouth. And now, I am preparing you to carry what others could not. I am preparing you to withstand what others feared. Because the judgment falling now is not just for you, it is through you. Yes, I will use your life as a sign. Yes, I will use your story to shatter the lies of the enemy. Yes, I will raise you up where they said you'd never rise. But first, I must complete the shaking. I must finish what I started. Do not resist it. Do not fight the closing doors. Do not chase after what I myself am removing. There are people you loved who cannot walk into this next season. There are habits you justified that cannot survive in this level of glory. There are thoughts that must die so your purpose can live. And I, Michael, Prince of God's armies, have come with a sword to separate soul from spirit, counterfeit from consecration. You asked me to war on your behalf, but did you know that sometimes my warfare looks like separation? Sometimes my sword cuts away what was weakening you in secret, and though it may ache for a moment, it will make you whole forever. The judgment that is falling is not punishment. It is purification. I am cleansing the space around you so the promise can land. I am clearing the air so the prophetic words over your life can breathe. Some of you have wondered, why does it feel like things are falling apart when I prayed for breakthrough? But I say to you, they are not falling apart, they are falling into place. Do not measure my justice by comfort. Do not judge my movement by how soft it feels, because the shaking is evidence that the foundations are being made right. You are standing on ground that is being healed. You are walking into days that are being reordered, and you will see very soon why the disruption was necessary. Even now, I have begun removing people from your path who were speaking against you. I have closed doors that looked good, but would have poisoned your future. I have exposed alliances that would have drained your destiny. And though it came suddenly, it came to save you. Do not be surprised when people begin to reveal their true hearts. Do not be startled when things once tolerated suddenly feel unbearable. This is discernment sharpening inside you. You are changing, you are being upgraded, and the false cannot cling to what I am raising. Mark my words. This is not the enemy winning. This is heaven cleansing. And I will not stop until every layer of deception has been torn down. I am not calling you to blend in. I am calling you to stand out. I am not preparing you for normal. I am preparing you for glory. You are a vessel of justice, and justice must be clean. I speak now to the spiritual parasites that latched onto your peace. Be removed. I speak now to the monitoring spirits that tracked your progress. Be blinded. I speak now to every demonic resistance that formed a case against your elevation. It is overturned. Your name has passed through the fire, and heaven has judged it worthy. You may feel isolated, but you are not alone. You may feel stretched, but you are not breaking. You may feel stripped, but you are being clothed in righteousness and power. My child, lift your head, lift your voice, for this is the beginning of your rising. The tables are turning, the seasons are shifting, and soon the very ones who mocked your delay will witness your release. Heaven is not guessing, heaven is governing, and I, Michael, stand guard over your verdict. I surround you with warring angels, I shield you with fire, and I declare, no weapon formed against this next chapter shall prosper. Let the shaking come, let the purification flow, for it is not to harm you, it is to make room for the throne I am establishing in your life. You were not called to comfort, you were called to dominion. You were not saved to blend in, you were marked to reign, and that reign begins in the shaking. Stand firm, do not retreat. You are about to see why I had to remove what I did. You are about to understand why the shaking had to come first. And when you see it, when the dust settles and the glory descends, you will not miss what I took. You will rejoice in what I gave. This is Archangel Michael, and I will speak more. Stay alert, stay clean, stay ready. The fire is falling, and it is only beginning. My child, listen closely, for what I say now will bring healing to places you've carried shame for far too long. There has been a case against you in the spirit, a case built on accusation, lies, and distortions. But I declare to you now, it has been overruled. The enemy, the ancient accuser, stood in the courts of heaven. He pointed at your past. He pointed at your failures. He pointed at your delay and said, "This one is not worthy." But I stood in that courtroom. I stood beside your name. I stood with the book of remembrance in my hand, and I read aloud every moment you chose obedience over compromise, every time you worshipped in pain, every secret act of honor, every seed you sowed when you had nothing left. And heaven heard. The judge of all, the Ancient of Days, leaned forward and spoke, "This one belongs to me." And just like that, the gavel fell. The accuser was silenced, and your name was cleared. Do you understand what I am saying? You are no longer on trial. You are no longer under surveillance. You are no longer in spiritual limbo. You have been justified. The accusations that once followed you, they are dust. The curses spoken in shadows, they are void. The shame you carried like a cloak, it has been burned. There is no stain on you now, no blemish, no mark of guilt, because the blood has spoken. The blood of the Lamb has testified in your favor. It cried out louder than your mistakes. It sang louder than your regrets. It thundered louder than your silence. And now, heaven is treating you according to the blood, not your brokenness. According to the covenant, not the chaos. According to the verdict, not the accusations. Child of God, stop rehearsing what heaven has already erased. Stop defending yourself from battles that are already won. Stop wondering if you're still disqualified. You are not. You are redeemed. You are restored. You are rewritten. I say again, your name has been cleared. There are altars where your name was spoken in malice. Altars where witches whispered curses. Altars where jealous souls offered prayers poisoned by envy. But I have shattered them. With my own sword, I tore through every altar that dared to stand against your name. With fire from the throne, I scorched the foundations of every lie. And with the authority of the one who sent me, I decree, no more power shall be given to what was spoken against you. Yes, they tried to bury your reputation. They tried to twist the narrative. They tried to keep you walking in circles of shame and suspicion. But they did not have the final word. Heaven did. And heaven said, "Rise." You were never what they called you. You were never the failure they painted. You were never the outcast they hoped you'd become. You are chosen. You are marked. You are righteous. Not because of performance, but because of the blood. The enemy hates that you survived. He hates that you still believe. He hates that you never gave him your worship, even when you were weak. But now he must watch you rise, watch you step into the very thing he tried to keep you from, watch you carry the mantle he said you'd never be worthy of, watch you speak with authority he thought he had silence. Child, this is a divine reversal, a total spiritual overturning, a season of supernatural recompense. You will now begin to see doors open not by effort, but by favor. You will see relationships align that once resisted you. You will see people come back, not to control you, but to honor what heaven has placed upon you. There will be apologies. There will be confessions. There will be sudden vindication. But do not gloat. Do not grow proud. For the grace you walk in is holy. Honor it, guard it. Stay low before the Lord, and He will keep lifting you higher. There are mantles being returned to you, ones that were delayed by accusation. There are gifts being awakened in you, ones that were dormant under the weight of shame. There are assignments being released to you. ones that were held back until now. For this is the hour where the scrolls of your life are being reopened. Assignments delayed are now reactivated. Anointings restrained are now being released with fire. The chains have fallen. The court is closed. The sentence is freedom. And I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to execute the judgment. Every monitoring spirit that followed you, I blind them now. Every spiritual report written in falsehood, I erase them now. Every legal right the enemy once held, I revoke it now. This is your clean slate. This is your new beginning. This is your emergence. The wilderness is behind you. The courtroom is cleared. The heavens are open. Now you must rise into what was always meant for you, not with striving, not with guilt, but with boldness. For the same blood that justified you also empowers you. And I tell you this as a declaration across the realms: you will not fail. You will not fall. You will not return to the shadows. There is oil on your life. There is authority in your voice. And there is justice on your side. Move forward without apology. Speak without fear. Build without delay. The war that raged over your name is over. The documents are sealed. The verdict is eternal. You are cleared. You are called. You are crowned. Remain in position. Remain in truth. And I will return with the next word from the throne. This is Archangel Michael. The judgment has begun, and the victory is yours. My child, there is a fire that burns before the throne of God. It is not a fire of destruction for you. It is a fire of justice. And now, that fire has been stirred. Do not think I have been silent. Do not believe the lie that I ignored your suffering. Heaven heard every cry. Heaven saw every tear. And heaven remembers every betrayal, every false accusation, every trap that was set to destroy you. It has been recorded. And now, the books are open. You must understand, justice is not delayed because I am weak. Justice is measured by eternity, not by emotion. But I tell you this, the time has come, the scales are tipping, and your enemies are being judged. Those who spoke against you with false witness, their words are returning to them. Those who plotted your failure in secret, their plans are being exposed in public. The spiritual opposition that laughed when you stumbled is now trembling as you rise. This is not vengeance from flesh. This is judgment from heaven. This is not your retaliation. This is divine intervention. For I am not only your defender, I am your enforcer. And when heaven decrees a verdict, I, Michael, execute it with fire. There are people who thought they escaped accountability. People who used your kindness as a doorway for manipulation. People who masked their jealousy as advice and hid their sabotage behind fake smiles. But I saw it all. I watched when you kept your mouth shut to preserve peace. I watched when you forgave them, not once but again and again. I watched when you kept loving while they kept lying. And now I say to you, heaven is responding. Some of them will lose the platforms they used to attack you. Some will be silenced by their own shame. Others will be given one last chance to repent before their influence is stripped by divine force. This is not your doing. This is heaven's hand, and you must not interfere. Do not gloat when they fall. Do not boast when they are exposed. Stand still, and let heaven be your vindicator. Because the judgment is not about proving your point. It's about preserving your purpose. There were enemies who tried to delay you, not just in the natural, but in the spirit. Witchcraft was released against you in subtle ways. Words laced with poison, prayers mixed with pride, covenants formed behind closed doors. all to stop you from stepping into your appointed time. But I have come with fire. I have come with chains for the spirits that stalked your breakthrough. I have come with swords for the powers that hovered over your home. I have come to enforce what heaven has decreed. Your enemies will fall and you will rise. There will be divine reversals, sudden turnarounds, shocking exposures. Even now, some of you will begin to receive calls, messages, and confessions. People will begin to feel the weight of what they did. They will remember your mercy and tremble. They will realize the oil they mocked and regret it. But you, do not turn back. Do not open old doors. Do not try to fix what I am tearing down. This is judgment, not nostalgia. This is separation, not reunion. This is justice, not sentiment. Your focus must remain forward. Your eyes must stay fixed on what is ahead, because the exposure is not just a cleansing, it's a clearing of the way. I am removing voices that distracted you. I am cutting ties that diluted your vision. I am burning bridges that led to nowhere. And yes, it will shock some, because the ones I expose may be the ones you never suspected. But you must trust me. You asked for truth. You asked for purity. You asked for the fullness of your calling. And now I am giving it to you. But it comes with judgment. This is the price of elevation. Everything around you must be tested by fire. I am judging not only your enemies, but every environment that tried to restrain your destiny, every system that misused you, every circle that muted your voice, every partnership that robbed your energy. I am shutting them down. You were never meant to stay in survival mode. You were never meant to be tolerated. You were born to be sent. And now, I am removing every hindrance to your assignment. But hear me clearly, you must forgive even as I judge. Do not let bitterness take root. Do not let revenge pollute your heart. I will deal with what they did. I will handle what they spoke. I will confront what they stirred in secret. Your only task is to obey and remain clean, because what I am preparing for you next requires holy hands, requires clear vision, requires a heart untainted by hate. You are not a victim. You are a vessel. You are not a casualty. You are a carrier of divine justice. So let the fire fall, let the judgment roll, and let the vindication unfold without your interference. Soon they will know that I was with you. Soon they will see the glory they tried to block. Soon they will bow to the one who wrote your name in the book of life. And on that day, you will not need to say a word. Your life will speak for you. Your fruit will testify. Your peace will declare that I have judged on your behalf. The tables are turning. The verdict is sealed. And I, Michael, have been released to execute the judgment. Do not fear. Do not retreat. And do not delay your obedience. For in this hour, heaven is not passive. Heaven is active. Heaven is righteous. Heaven is holy. And heaven is moving. Your enemies are being judged, and your freedom is being enforced. This is Archangel Michael, and I will speak again. My beloved child, lift your head. Wipe your tears. For I bring you a word that shakes the foundations of your waiting. The delay is over. Heaven has spoken, and the word has not returned void. It has pierced through every demonic resistance. It has broken through every layer of opposition. It has reached you now, because the time has come. You wondered why things slowed. You cried over closed doors and unanswered prayers. You doubted the promises because they felt distant. But I tell you today, what you felt was not denial. It was delay. And the delay was not from God. It was from the enemy. There were forces assigned to stall you. spirits tasked with creating confusion, warfare designed to wear you out before your moment arrived. But I have come now as heaven's messenger to declare the command has been released, the hindrance has been judged, the barriers have been removed, and what was withheld is now being released without restriction. You see, not all delays are natural. Some are spiritual assignments, snares placed to keep you distracted, loops crafted to drain your energy, false signs sent to make you walk away from the real door. But child, you didn't walk away. You endured, you stayed the course. And now, by the decree of the Almighty, the waiting season ends here. This is not just a shift, it is a divine override, a supernatural bypass of everything the enemy constructed. The angels have been dispatched, the scroll has been opened, the command has been shouted across the heavens. Advance! You are no longer in holding, you are no longer in limbo, you are no longer circling the same mountain, you are stepping into appointed time. You will begin to see sudden movement. Emails that were lost will suddenly appear. Opportunities that dried up will suddenly return. Hearts that were closed will open in your favor. It will not make sense in the natural, because this is not the work of man. This is the judgment of God on the delay itself. The spirits that once stood guard at the gate of your destiny have been cast down. The surveillance that tracked your progress has been shattered. The foul voice that whispered "not yet" has been silenced forever. This is the hour where the command of heaven outweighs every opinion of man. No more red tape, no more spiritual traffic, no more demonic vetoes. What God has spoken is now in motion. You must prepare quickly, for the pace will now increase. Acceleration is here. Doors will open back to back. Breakthrough will no longer be scattered. It will come in waves. But I must warn you, do not carry the mindset of the waiting season into this new one. Do not shrink in your own harvest. Do not sabotage the promise by doubting your readiness. You are ready. You are anointed for this. You are called to move at the speed of obedience. The season of begging for clarity is over. The season of second guessing is over. The season of asking for permission from people who don't carry your mantle is over. Heaven has decided, and now you must move. I speak to every gift that grew dormant in delay. Wake up. I speak to every idea that was shelved. Breathe again. I speak to every vision that felt too far gone. Arise now in strength. This is not the season to explain yourself. It is the season to execute what you were born to do. The world will catch up. Those who misunderstood you will soon marvel. Those who questioned you will soon inquire. But do not wait for their affirmation. Move with heaven's confirmation. The scrolls of your life are being activated. What was written is now being walked out. Destiny is unfolding with holy speed. You will notice it. In your sleep, your dreams will change. In your spirit, you will feel the pull forward. In your life, things will finally begin to click. This is because heaven has ruled, and the delay is no longer legal. There are angels that held their position, waiting for this hour. They now walk with you. They now move ahead of you. They now fight beside you. I, Michael, have gone ahead. I have scattered your enemies in 7 directions. I have torn down the barricades. I have opened the gates of fulfillment. Walk boldly. Walk reverently. Walk quickly. Do not waste time explaining what God is doing. Let your fruit speak. Let your pace speak. Let your peace speak. You will not be late. You will not be blocked. You will not be left out. This is your time, and heaven is with you. Be careful what you say in this hour. Your words carry power. Do not curse your own season by speaking doubt. Prophesy, decree, declare. partner with the voice of God. Call the promises in. Call the resources forth. Call the helpers from the north, south, east, and west, because the delay is over, and the command has already been given. Let the mockers mock. Let the doubters doubt. Let the skeptics stand still. You are moving. They will ask how it all came together so fast. They will wonder how you built what you built. They will assume it happened overnight. But you will know it happened the moment heaven said, enough. The moment judgment fell on the delay. The moment heaven's decree broke through the second heaven. The moment the command was spoken, let them go. And now I tell you, go forward, without fear, without apology, without delay. Your promise has been set in motion. Your favor is being announced. Your angels are on assignment. Heaven is not done revealing. The scroll is not finished, and I will return with more. This is Archangel Michael, and the heaven has ruled. My beloved, you've wept in silence. You've served in shadows. You've obeyed when no one noticed, and heaven has recorded it all. You thought no one saw. You thought your sacrifices were forgotten. You thought your purity in the secret place didn't matter anymore. But I tell you now, heaven saw, heaven watched, heaven counted every quiet yes, every hidden act of obedience, every time you chose righteousness over recognition. And now the time has come. You will be lifted publicly. This is not promotion by man's hand. This is elevation by the hand of God. Heaven is not just vindicating your name. Heaven is exalting your purpose. You will be seen, not for applause, but for assignment. You will be heard, not for vanity, but because your voice carries the sound of divine truth. You've been processed in silence, and now you will carry weight in the Spirit. You've been shaped in rejection, and now you will walk in divine authority. Do not shrink. Do not apologize for the visibility heaven is giving you. You are not self-promoted. You are heaven-sent. There is a difference. Many rise on the back of compromise, but you chose the narrow way. Many rise through manipulation, but you chose holiness. And now your reward will be unlike anything they've seen. I do not reward the loudest. I reward the loyal. I do not honor the most followed. I honor the most faithful. You were faithful with little. Now you will be entrusted with much. You carried the oil when no one was watching. You stayed in the secret place when others ran after platforms. You listened for my voice while others chased approval. And now I will put you where your light cannot be hidden. This is not a moment of fame. This is a moment of commissioning. This is a divine unveiling. You've been hidden not because you were unworthy, but because the timing had to be perfect. And now the veil is being torn. Get ready for your name to come up in rooms you've never entered. Get ready for calls from people you've never met. Get ready for invitations that you did not pursue. This is the reward of hidden faithfulness. You didn't compromise when you could have. You didn't sell out when it would have been easier. You didn't blend in when you were tempted to conform. You chose me, and now I am choosing you for visibility with purpose. You will be positioned where your purity can't be ignored, where your history with me becomes your authority, where your scars become signs that heaven still raises up those who walk in integrity. This is not just about what you do, it's about who you are. You are my vessel. You are my voice. You are my sign to this generation that faithfulness still matters. There will be those who question your sudden rise. Let them. They did not see the nights you wept on your knees. They did not hear the warfare you battled through. They did not watch you lay down what others worshipped. Let them talk, but you keep moving. This elevation is for glory, not ego. This increase is for impact, not indulgence. Stay humble, stay yielded, stay burning, because the same God who lifts also watches. And I will not let the platform corrupt the one I purified in secret. I will not let popularity destroy the one I refined through fire. That is why I've taken my time with you. That is why the process was long. That is why you had to learn trust in the dark. So when the lights shine, you will not forget who you are. You will not forget who brought you here. And hear me. This is only the beginning. There are greater assignments coming. Greater reach, greater influence, but with it, greater responsibility. You must guard your spirit. You must protect your altar. You must stay anchored in the place of intimacy. Do not lose the secret place just because you've been given a public one. Do not forsake the voice of God for the voice of the crowd. Do not exchange oil for applause, because your strength has always come from the secret. If you remain hidden in me, I will sustain you in the open. If you remain low before me, I will raise you higher than you imagined. But if pride knocks, shut the door. If flattery comes, test the spirit. If false alignment tries to attach, discern and cut quickly. You are not called to be famous. You are called to be faithful. The favor that is coming is weighty. It is not shallow blessing. It is heaven's endorsement. And it cannot be earned, only stewarded. So walk carefully, walk boldly, walk reverently, because the world will watch, but heaven will measure. The angels assigned to you will not leave. I, Michael, will continue to guard your path, and the Spirit of God will counsel your every move. You are not alone. You are not unprotected. You are not unequipped. The same God who saw you in the hallway now walks you through the open door. My beloved child, I have not forgotten the fire, the one that nearly consumed you, the one that left you shaken, trembling, wondering if you would make it through. I watched as the flames surrounded you, not to destroy but to refine, not to punish but to prepare. Because what felt like affliction was actually preparation. What looked like loss was a divine exchange. And now I declare to you, the fire that tried to break you will now announce you. Hell underestimated your endurance. The enemy thought you would fold under pressure. He assumed the heat would be too much, but he failed to see what heaven saw in you. You didn't bend. You didn't run. You didn't curse God in the furnace. You stayed. And in the staying, you were forged. You were transformed. You were marked by fire. Now hear me. That fire is not your shame. It is your sign. You are a survivor of spiritual warfare, and survivors carry a scent of glory. You walk out of the furnace with power in your words, fire in your breath, and oil in your hands. Your testimony is about to speak louder than any lie ever told about you. The very season that tried to bury you will now be the ground that grows your influence. This is divine reversal. The same people who watched you break will now watch you rise. The same voice that mocked you will now be silenced by your fruit. For heaven is releasing judgment on the accusation, and what once stood as a witness against you has now been dismissed. The verdict has changed. The fire did not kill you, it crowned you. Yes, there were nights you wept in secret. Yes, there were days you questioned why. Yes, there were moments where your strength failed you. But child, my strength never left. I was with you in the fire. I stood beside you when no one else could. And now, I stand before you with sword in hand, declaring this next season as your public recompense. You didn't survive to go back. You survived to lead. You survived to carry glory, not guilt, authority, not ashes. Stop hiding your scars. They are sacred. They prove that God was faithful. They remind the enemy that he lost. I speak now to the shame still clinging to your mind. Let it go. You owe no one an apology for being delivered. You owe no one a version of yourself that keeps them comfortable. You've changed, and that change is holy. Heaven is not asking you to return to what broke you. Heaven is not calling you to rebuild with what burned. The season is closed. The fire has passed. Now, walk in the afterglow of redemption. You are stepping into a time where everything that was meant for evil will serve your destiny. You will look around and see the connections, the strategy, the access, the doors, all aligned because you endured. Not everyone who started with you will walk with you. That is not cruelty. That is clarity. Some were never meant to survive the fire with you. They were assigned to your old season, but they do not have the capacity for your calling. Let them go. Release the weight of what no longer fits. You are not being arrogant. You are being obedient. There is a sound that surrounds those who have walked through flames. Heaven hears it. Hell fears it. It's the sound of a soul that didn't give up, a heart that still believes, a spirit that still says, "Yes, Lord," even after the furnace. That's who you are now. And you are dangerous to darkness because you've been tested and you still worship. Now I tell you, watch for the shift. There will be sudden restoration, sudden clarity, sudden elevation. The time has come for you to testify, not in whispers, not in fear, but with boldness. Tell the truth of what God did. Speak the story you thought you'd never survive to share, because in your testimony is deliverance for many. They need your fire-forged voice. They need your unapologetic glory. They need the oil that only comes from deep crushing. And you have it now. I am preparing a table before you in the presence of every opposing force, not to humiliate, but to demonstrate what heaven does with the broken. Heaven rebuilds with gold. Heaven restores with glory. Heaven promotes the refined. There are angelic escorts being dispatched even now. You will not walk into this next level alone. Favor will go before you. Power will surround you. Wisdom will rest on you. You are not who you were. The fire changed your name. The pain altered your rank. The endurance increased your authority. And now, the gates open. The realm you once cried to enter now stands open before you. Walk through, and do not hesitate. You owe it to your process to step forward. You owe it to heaven's grace to say yes without fear. I, Michael, have watched your journey, and I now guard your reward. The accuser has been silenced. The record of wrongs has been erased. The tormentor has been judged, and your destiny has been affirmed. So rise, child, rise from the ashes, rise from the doubts, rise from the memories, because this is your unveiling, not as a victim, but as a vessel. My beloved, you've asked, why does it feel like everyone is leaving me? Why did they disconnect? Why did the ones I loved walk away? I tell you now, it was not rejection, it was protection. There are certain places I am taking you that they cannot go. There are certain mantles I am placing on you that would crush them. There are alignments I am preparing that require room that only I could create by removing what was never meant to remain. Yes, some of those connections once served a purpose. They were part of the journey, but now the journey has changed, and so must your circle. You see, when heaven releases judgment, it also releases order. And divine order requires divine relationships. This next level is not a solo assignment, but neither is it a public invitation to all who once had access to you. You must discern who is covenant and who is convenience. Some only walked with you because of what you carried, not because they honored it, but because they wanted to use it. But now, heaven is exposing every hidden motive. The ones who smiled in your face but partnered with darkness in secret. Their time around you is over. I am removing counterfeits, false mentors, controlling friends, secret saboteurs, and yes, even blood ties that stood against your anointing. You've cried over the loss, but now you must see the mercy in it. What I am doing in you cannot be shared with just anyone. The oil you carry is costly. The calling on your life is weighty, and the wrong hands will only try to contaminate what heaven is releasing. This is why I must sanctify your relationships. This is why I'm shifting your circle. This is why I'm speaking now to tell you, let them go. Let go of the need to explain yourself. Let go of the hope that they'll understand. Let go of the soul tie that's keeping you emotionally hostage. I am sending new alliances, people sent by heaven, strategic, timely, and pure. Some of them will seem unfamiliar at first. They may not look like your past. They may not fit the image you had in your mind, but they are sent, and you will know them by the Spirit. They will not compete with you. They will cover you. They will not drain you. They will discern you. They will not pull you backward. They will propel you forward. These are covenant connectors, sent for your purpose, equipped to walk with you through what comes next. But listen closely. You must make space. I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. I will not build on divided loyalty. Some of you are trying to carry new glory while still holding hands with old warfare. It won't work. Break the tie. Yes, it may hurt. Yes, the soul may resist. But I tell you the truth. Freedom is better than familiarity. Do not let sentiment bind you where heaven is trying to launch you. I'm not just speaking of romantic entanglements. I'm speaking of spiritual alignments, friendships, business connections, even mentorships. If they were assigned by me, they will bear fruit. If not, they will drain, distract, or delay you. This is a season where you must protect your access points. Who you talk to, who you pray with, who you allow into your sacred space. Because not everyone who uses the language of God is sent by the Spirit of God. Some are on assignment, but not from heaven. But fear not. You are not alone. I, Michael, have drawn my sword. I am standing between you and every unclean connection. I am severing cords tied to demonic cycles. I am cutting off every emotional entanglement rooted in manipulation. You will feel it. A sudden peace after letting go. A divine stillness where there was once warfare. That is the sign the tie was not holy. Now listen to me. When I say new relationships are coming, I mean divine partnerships. Some of you will meet people this month who will become pillars in your calling. Do not resist what feels different. Do not reject what doesn't match your past. Some of these divine allies are being raised up just for you. They've been praying just like you've been praying. They've been in the fire just like you've been. And now I'm bringing you together. This is the fulfillment of a heavenly network, a divine tapestry of chosen ones, united for kingdom purpose. And when you meet them, there will be confirmation, peace in your spirit, joy that cannot be explained, and a divine push that comes from their presence. These are the ones who will hold your arms up in battle, who will intercede when you can't even speak, who will remind you of what God said when the fog tries to return. You will walk together. You will build together. You will war together. But only if you release the weight of the wrong ones. There is no judgment in the release. Only justice. Only freedom. Only realignment with truth. I speak now to the soul ties that are rooted in trauma. Be broken. I speak now to the emotional cords tied to betrayal. Be severed. I speak now to the familiar spirits hiding behind old relationships. Be cast out. Your destiny is too critical for compromise. Your time is too valuable for counterfeit ties. So rise, child of light, and let me reorder your relationships. Let me bring the right people in the right time with the right purpose. They are coming. The ones who will not just see your light, but protect it. The ones who will not just admire your anointing, but honor it. And the ones who will walk with you not for what you carry, but because of who you are to heaven. This is Archangel Michael, and heaven is securing your path. You are not alone. You are not uncovered. You are not without help. Heaven is aligning the right people, and heaven is cutting what must be removed. My warrior, you are closer now than you've ever been. Closer to the fulfillment. Closer to the recompense. Closer to the unveiling of everything I promised you. But listen to me. The enemy knows this too, and that is why his attacks have shifted. He has pulled out his final traps, not to stop you. He knows he can't, but to distract you, to delay you, to seduce you into looking back. But I have come with a sword in my hand and fire in my voice, to expose every hidden snare, to break every lying illusion, and to remind you, this is not the time to slow down. It is the time to advance. You have endured much. You have resisted the obvious temptations. But now I must warn you, the next attacks will be subtle, sophisticated, crafted to look like peace, while wrapped in poison. He will send what appears to be answers, but they are counterfeits. He will send voices that sound like truth, but they carry manipulation. He will open doors, but they lead to delay, not destiny. This is why discernment must be sharper than ever. Do not move by emotion, move by revelation. The enemy cannot curse what God has blessed, so he whispers deception. He can't block your path, so he tries to lure you off course. He knows your wounds, he knows your history, and he will try to bait you with what once comforted your brokenness. But you are not broken anymore. You are whole. You are sealed. You are covered by fire. So I tell you plainly, do not go back. Not to the place. Not to the person. Not to the pattern. There is nothing behind you worth returning for. There is only forward. Only the new. The spirit of delay is being judged now. The spirit of confusion is being scattered, and the spirit of seduction, that whispering voice that tells you to settle, it is being silenced. You are too close to stop now. You are too needed to fall now. I, Michael, have fought for your breakthrough. I have battled demons in the realm of the unseen so that you could stand in the clarity of the now. But hear me, you must not partner with what God has already defeated. Do not entertain familiar spirits. They wear the faces of people you used to trust. They speak in the tones of your past, but they are not sent from heaven. Some of you are being tempted to reconcile what God removed. Don't do it. What left you in your wilderness was never meant to enter your promised land. And some of you are entertaining doors that offer a quicker route. But I say to you, every shortcut will cost you more than you know. Stay on the narrow path, the straight path, the path that is led by fire and truth. I see the enemy's blueprints. He is desperate. He is designing distractions that look divine, but I expose them now by the fire of God. That false opportunity declined. That secret temptation broken. That lying voice rebuked. Every hidden ambush is being revealed. Every trap disguised as blessing is being overturned. Every crooked deal is being uncovered. You will not fall prey. You will not be deceived. You will not go backward. Because you have matured. You have grown. And now you must walk like it. You've prayed for clarity, so now walk in it. You've asked for deliverance, so don't run back to what once enslaved you. The enemy cannot drag you, he can only convince you. But I speak now to every deceptive voice, be cast down. The fog lifts now, the confusion breaks now, the haze of uncertainty clears now. This is your final stretch. You are on the edge of divine manifestation. The angels are already in position. The scroll of your next assignment has been opened, and all that's left is your forward movement. No more stalling, no more second guessing, no more soul ties pulling you back into cycles. You are not who you were. You are not where you started, and you do not owe your past an explanation. So walk forward. Walk with authority. Walk with unwavering focus. I tell you now, heaven is releasing divine momentum. What felt slow is about to accelerate. What felt blocked is about to break wide open. But you must stay alert. Watch the gates. Guard your mind. Protect your peace. The enemy's last weapon is distraction. If he cannot destroy you, he will try to delay you. If he cannot delay you, he will try to discredit you. If he cannot discredit you, he will try to exhaust you. But I declare, none of his plans shall prosper, because you are covered, you are protected, and the hosts of heaven stand at your side. Even now, I release a hedge of fire around your destiny. Even now, I release a fresh wind to carry you forward. Even now, I break every last residue of fear and confusion. This is your final stretch, but it is also your strongest. You are not crawling into breakthrough. You are storming into it, and heaven is backing your every step. Now I say, do not look back. Do not turn around. Do not entertain the old. Your future is not behind you. Your favor is not in your history. It is before you. It is waiting for your yes. So rise, shake the dust, lift your eyes, and move, because the enemy's final traps are being dismantled, and your judgment is being rendered in the courts of heaven. No weapon formed shall prosper, no lie shall stand, no delay shall linger. This is Archangel Michael, and I'm sounding the final warning. Stay forward, stay focused, stay faithful. This is the hour of heaven's justice, and you are standing in the center of it. My beloved child, heaven has heard your cries. Heaven has seen your warfare, and heaven has rendered its verdict. It is finished. You did not imagine the storm. You did not exaggerate the battle. You stood in the fire, but you did not bow. You waited, even when you were weary. You trusted, even when it felt silent. You believed, even when the odds were stacked against you. And now, the judgment has come down. It has been released in the courts of heaven, and it cannot be reversed. Every demonic delay has been broken. Every accusation has been silenced. Every lie has been exposed. Every spiritual thief has been caught, and must return what was stolen. This is not a feeling. This is a decree, not a hope, a ruling. And I, Archangel Michael, have been authorized to enforce it. Heaven has judged in your favor. Yes, that long season of delay was real. Yes, it was orchestrated by darkness. But it ends now. The scrolls have been unsealed. The hosts have been dispatched. The angelic order has gone forth to carry out what was decided in your favor. You will now begin to see the unfolding, not slowly, not vaguely, but clearly, swiftly, undeniably. Restoration is not coming, it has begun. The ground beneath you is shifting. The heavens above you are open. The oil on your head is flowing freely again. Where there was resistance, there will now be release. Where there was silence, there will now be divine instruction. Where there was emptiness, there will now be overflow, because the judgment of God does not return void. What has been decreed in the Spirit must manifest in the natural. I speak now to the waiting place, the wilderness, the in-between, the stuck and stagnant season. Its time has expired. You are crossing over. You are stepping out. You are rising up. The things that were locked are opening. The hearts that were hardened are softening. The things that were delayed are arriving. I declare this over your life. Heaven is fulfilling what it promised. You will see favor that doesn't make sense. You will see doors open without explanation. You will see debts wiped, healing come, peace return. And no, it will not be a trick. It will not be temporary. It will not be stolen again. The judgment has sealed your victory. The enemy has been rebuked. The devourer has been restrained. And the path before you is being made straight. Yes, there are still battles ahead. But the war over this matter, it is won. The verdict has come down from the throne. The gavel has struck. And all of heaven has moved on your behalf. Now walk like it. Think like it. Speak like it. Stop praying for what has already been released. Start preparing for how you will carry it. This is your moment to receive, to stretch your hands toward heaven and take hold of what is yours. And as you walk forward, do not fear the unfamiliar. Do not question the ease. Do not sabotage what is finally flowing. You've been conditioned by struggle, but now you must learn how to receive. This next chapter will not be powered by striving. It will be led by surrender. You will no longer hustle for peace. You will no longer beg for support. You will no longer tolerate delay disguised as process. What was stuck is now moving. What was heavy is now lifting. What was late is now arriving, right on time. Your name has been whispered in rooms you've never entered. Your face is shining with glory you didn't earn, and your steps are now ordered with angelic precision. This is the justice of God. It comes not just to punish the wicked, but to establish the righteous. And you, yes you, have been called righteous by the blood of the Lamb. That is why the enemy had to let you go. That is why the gates of resistance have fallen. That is why the chains have broken at once. Heaven has ruled, and all creation must obey. So walk on, with head lifted high, with heart wide open, with hands ready to receive, because the wilderness is behind you, and the inheritance is before you. You will no longer just survive. You will build. You will no longer just hope. You will harvest. You will no longer just stand. You will soar. The heavens are open. The angels are singing. The earth is groaning for the manifestation of the one you truly are. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are right on time, for heaven's judgment has aligned your steps perfectly. This is the part where fear must bow, where shame must flee, where doubt must be silenced once and for all, because the judgment is done. The verdict is yours, and the kingdom is now backing your every move. So receive it, my beloved, with joy, with confidence, with no hesitation. Heaven has released judgment for you, and it is final. This is Archangel Michael, sent to deliver justice, sent to break delay, sent to war for your destiny, and now to declare it fulfilled. If this message has spoken to your spirit, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. This is where the voice of heaven will continue to guide you. This is where the future will be revealed to you, piece by piece. Your breakthrough has already begun. Your restoration is already moving. Your judgment has already been carried out. So take a deep breath, lift your eyes, and move forward in full faith, because the battle is over and victory is yours. Now, watch it manifest. Amen.